up, everyone? I'm back. I took a brief hiatus from social media. I don't know, I can't remember if I was off for 3 days or 4 days, but it's been incredible. I just celebrated my 34th birthday, and I wanted to take the holiday weekend. I had 4 days out of the salon, and I just wanted to decompress and totally just pour into myself, pour into the people that I love around me and my friends and family, and just absorb every moment and not be so busy thinking about recording it or documenting it, just like living in the moment. So here it is. It's my first day back to work, and my parents just called me at the salon about an hour ago. They called around 5:30, and they wanted to treat me to dinner. This is my first day back to work. We had a family dinner Saturday night. But my parents and I, we kind of started this new tradition the past year where I think it's like about once a month, maybe once every other month, just myself and my parents will go out to dinner. So I'm one of 6 kids, so it's really hard to get some quality one-on-one time with my parents. And so we've dedicated like a date night to them, and it's really kind of nice because the conversation just goes a lot differently when you have that one-on-one time, and I am able to connect with them on a much deeper, different level. So it's really kind of cool because I'm an adult, so I don't want to say like when you're competing for the attention, but when there's just so many different conversations and personalities at the table, it's really kind of loud and intense. So I've come to really enjoy these like one-on-one parent-daughter date nights. So they hit me up tonight, and of course I had my plans to go hit the sauna tonight, maybe do a little extra stretching at the gym, and do a little bit of writing tonight. Just kind of getting into my nighttime routine of just decompressing at work and taking care of myself, doing a little bit of self-care. So I was really looking forward to that. But then your parents call and they're like, hey, what are you doing? We'd love to take you to dinner and have a one-on-one birthday dinner. And this is going to sound really morbid, but this is what I think about all the time. So my grandmother and I, we were like super tight. We are totally kindred spirits. I actually did her hair for I think it was 5 years right before she passed away. Every Friday at 1 o'clock was our standing appointment, and I did my grand's hair, and it was really cool. It was a great way to bond with my grandmother. I don't think very many people had a close-knit relationship with their grandmother like I did, where I talk about my dating life and just work life and just a lot of really personal things that most people probably don't talk to their grandparents about. But like I said, me and my grams, we were like kindred spirits. So we were really close, and right before she passed away, I remember being at the salon, and it was one night. It was like one of those long ass days where it's like you're seeing like 10 to 15 people that day. You're working till like 8 o'clock at night, and you just can't wait for the day to end. And she calls me in the middle of my day at the salon, and she's like, hey, what are you doing for dinner tonight? And I said, nothing. I'm just going home. I have a long day at work. And if you knew my grandmother, she was like 4'11", but you do not tell this woman no, because she had such a strong personality, and there was no telling her no. No did not exist in her vocabulary or her world. And so she said, well, I'm making spaghetti tonight, and I want you to come over. And I was like, I don't know, I'm going to be so tired, it's going to be late, are you sure? She's like, no, I don't care, come on over right after work. I'm like, okay. So I go right after work, I'm exhausted, I've had a long day, I'm drained. my Grams has this beautiful home cooked meal ready, and it was so nice to sit down and just connect with her and have dinner. And wouldn't you freaking know, 1 week later, she went into the hospital for a procedure and she never made it out. So it was kind of crazy. I remember thinking at that moment, oh my God, I'm so grateful. I seized the moment to have dinner with her. I had no idea at the moment that that would be our last dinner together. And to be honest with you, no part of my being really wanted to go to dinner after a long day of work. But I did it, and I'm so grateful I did, because I love her so much, and it's my last memory with her. So I kind of had that playing in the back of my mind when my parents called me today for dinner. And, you know, it's the first day back to work after a long weekend. Reality has like bitch slapped you in the face, and you're exhausted. You just want to go home, decompress. I wanted to sit in my sauna and chill out. But my parents call. My parents are a little bit older, and maybe it's a little morbid, but I always think about that moment. I'm like, I have to seize every moment I have with my parents, so I can't say no. So here I am heading off to dinner. But one thing that I'm super duper grateful for, aside from them calling me and inviting me out to dinner, is the life that I've created for myself. So we're going on 3 years ago. I decided to do a full specialty salon of just hair extensions. And before doing hair extensions, it was very normal for me to see 10 to 15 people a day. You're working from 9 to 8 p.m. and it's extremely draining. It's hard on your body. You're on your feet. It's draining of your energy because you're having about 15 different conversations and everyone wants a piece of you. And every guest that sits in my chair, I pour into them and I do give them a small piece of me. So when you're handing out 15 small pieces a day, it's extremely exhausting, and all you want to do is go home. You feel absolutely drained and you barely have anything left in the tank to pour into the people at home or the people that matter in your life, like your loved ones. And I'm super grateful that this time around, when my parents called to invite me to dinner, I'm so much more energized and in a better place, and it's a way better time. I got off work at 6:15 today, and that is something that would be unheard of if I was still doing a full service salon, a full book of business with men's cuts, kids cuts, hair color, perms, relaxers, and extensions on top of that. It's so draining, and there's so much that you do, and you see so many people, and it's unheard of for you to get out of the salon at 6 o'clock. And I've created this life for myself because I've decided, okay, I don't want that for me anymore. I love hair extensions. I'm super passionate about it because I can resonate with every single guest that sits in my chair that wants a little boost of confidence and a little extra hair. That's totally my jam. That's me all the way. I connect with these people. So it was really hard to turn or shift my entire business because I had been doing hair for a little over 10 years when I decided to become a specialty hairstylist. And it's really hard to make a decision that you know benefits yourself and creates the future that you want for yourself, but to someone else it feels a little bit selfish or maybe inappropriate in their opinion. But sometimes what's doing what it takes to do the best decision for yourself, gosh, I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying, but sometimes the best decision for yourself is not going to benefit other people. And you have to sit in your decision and have a strong enough mindset and enough gumption of where you want to go and the life you want to have, because sometimes those decisions are going to piss people off and it's going to rub them the wrong way. And you have to be strong enough to be like, that's okay. I love you anyways, since you're upset with my decision and the path that I've chosen to take. But I know that it's going to benefit myself and everyone else in my life that's really important, like my parents tonight. So I just wanted to pop on because I feel like I've connected with so many people recently, and one thing that we all have in common is, you know, we want to be people pleasers, or we let other people in our lives hold so much weight over the decisions and the path that we take that sometimes it compromises our own future or our own desires and what we want. And I just wanted to pop on and say, it's okay. Sometimes telling other people no is saying yes to yourself, or yes to the loved ones in your life. So I wanted to give you guys permission to say no when it's needed, and to have the strength and know what you want out of life, the life you want to create, and say no to everything else that does not fit that vision. Because here I am on a Monday night, completely fully energized after my first day back to work, and going to have dinner with my parents. And I'm seizing this opportunity, this random impromptu date night, and I couldn't be happier about it. So, and if I didn't make difficult decisions, like shifting my whole business and maybe rubbing a couple people the wrong way and having to do some really difficult things or decisions and business moves that most people would be afraid of or shy away from because of the friction that it's going to create in your life. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have this opportunity right now. And this is exactly why I made the decisions that I have in my life and in my business, so I can create space and opportunity for moments like this where I can share it with two of the most important people of my life, my parents, who unfortunately just will not be with us forever and ever. So I'm super grateful that I'm having dinner with them tonight. I have the opportunity to connect with them and have impromptu dates like this. So hopefully this encourages someone somewhere that needed to hear this. It's okay to say no to someone else if it means saying yes to yourself. So let me know if you guys can connect with me on any level with my message. But other than that, I'm gonna pop off because I'm almost at the restaurant to meet up with my parents. And I hope you guys had a happy Monday. If it's your first day back to work after the holiday weekend, hopefully you had a good day like me. Mwah! Peace out.